Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the most amazing time today because we have Andreas Hoffman from New Orleans. He's sharing his experience with one of our practitioners about harmonium healing. We, at Human Organizers, we offering different packages for people who need support. And Andreas has booked the 7-session healing packages with one of our practitioners, Daniela Ruth Schmid. And we're talking about his experience today. I'm really excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Andreas, for your time that you could join today. And we're just going to flow through that conversation with questions. And thank you for your, honest sharing of your experience. Let's get started. The first question, could you tell us how you got introduced to the Harmonium Healing System, how long you know it? Yeah, just tell us what you know about it and how you came across it.
First of all, thank you for having me. And yes, it's been quite a long history. I got introduced to Harmonium in 2008, kind of that same time that Daniela got introduced to it. And I saw it an opportunity to create some life changes that were deeply needed at that time. And I saw an opportunity in becoming a practitioner myself, but especially saw the opportunity in the healing properties of Harmonium. So I've received Harmonium all the way back in 2008. And now again, with some health challenges, I've received Harmonium again. So it's been a long time, and I believe it has quite an impact.
I remember we were all there. We all learned it together 2008. Wow, time is flying. At that time, it was in person. So what's special now is that it happened at distance, which is a new development. And I'm really, really happy that you have both experience. You have the experience of having it in person and now having the at distance experience, which this testimonial is about. And you mentioned a little bit that you already got trust into it in person, and now there was a time where you had like a need for it, and so you came back to it. Do you want to a little bit say the reason, what you were looking for, what was your goal in your motivation to say, yes, I need a session, I need a package of 7 sessions?
Yeah, I mean, I did get health challenges, right? And when these challenges come around and you get confronted with these challenges, you need to find a solution, and the solution is kind of within yourself. But how do you access that? And I think that's where Harmonium comes in. I have to heal myself. I understand that, but I need to help. I need help with the healing process, and Harmonium provides that, and that was the reason for me to book the package, to book the 7-session package, that it helps me to access my inner healing process.
Wonderfully said, because that's why we love at Human Organizers, we really love that Harmonium Healing System, because we are not healers. All we're doing, we're holding space for someone who actually needs the space to heal and to find his own strength and find his own solutions. And this is a perfect example where Harmonium Healing really comes in, and it's a prerequisite that someone believes that they can heal themselves and they don't need someone else to heal them. Of course, we need all the other supportive measures from medicine, no questions, but there's another aspect to the aspect of healing, which is a more, let's call it spiritual aspect or mental aspect, where we are alone, and that's where Harmonium Healing comes in, where it can really make a huge impact. And you beautifully said you need to believe in it and know that in this compartment you need as well help. not only the physical and the medical support. Okay, wonderful. How did it work for you? This time it was on a distance. You want to describe how it worked, how it what the process was?
Yeah, the process, I think, can be different for each person. You have to find your own way how to do this. I can tell you and explain to you how I did it. It might be completely different for somebody else, right? For my situation, it felt very comfortable that I would lay down. I had a conversation with Daniela, and then we would decide on the start time. And I would lay down in the most comfortable room that I have, in the most comfortable space that I have, and really find a possibility to be at as much comfort as possible. And I would close my eyes and just then let things happen. And I could feel that something happens. And I think to create that openness, that's up to me to create that openness to receive the healing. But then I could feel that I would relax more and more and more and more. And, I don't know if that's the right word, but somehow drift away. And then what was most interesting to me is at one point I could feel it's over, it's done. I didn't set the timer, right? I just could feel it. And then I get up and I look at my phone, and just minutes before that, there was a message from Daniela that she's done. So I think there's definitely the connection happens in that specific time, even though we're not at the same spot.
Wow, this is beautiful, beautiful, because Andreas knows it. There is no, they're just contacting, let's start it, and that's the end. For people who don't know Harmonyum that well, we can have a Zoom on, or who need a little bit more of this connection. But this is a wonderful example that is not even needed, and that it is felt, that really the practitioner is like holding space, even he's not there or she is not there in person. This is wonderful. I think this is so beautifully described. Is there a difference from how it felt when you are in person or when you are in distance? Is there, apart from that there was no touch on the body, is there something which felt different?
Yeah, I mean, it is different, right? Because when you have a treatment in person, you feel the touch of the body, and then you feel kind of that energy in a different way. So I would say it's two different things, but the end result is the same, right? And that's the core of it, right? The core is how you get to that end result in that healing space that activates your own healing, and so whichever way you choose, it's the end result is there.
Beautiful is that. That's exactly that the end result. It doesn't matter if it's at distance or in person. Whatever is possible, whatever makes sense, will get you there to this healing space, to enter that space where you can find your own solutions. Now you had a package of 7 sessions over 7 weeks, I believe. Can you describe what happened in then 7 weeks? Was there something you could say that because of Harmonium? I know it's difficult but do you have any just intuitional things you could say? I thought that was because I had this 7 session of Harmonium that could have been like, you know what I mean? Like this could have had a positive impact compared to if I wouldn't have done.
I think what's important in the process, what I feel, I was looking forward to the sessions. And that's already an important thing, right? I would look forward to the sessions, and it would guide me through a difficult challenge. And when you're in a really difficult challenge, it's helpful if you have some guidance, and the guidance is not just a one-time thing, right? That the guidance continues, right? And I know that at a later point I could continue. So it's something that's just not a one-time thing. It carries with you. And I also feel that when you go through the 7 packages, well, you're not quite done. You have to continue yourself, right? I mean, these things are not just done with the 7 sessions. They continue to be part of what you do to get through the challenge. So it's not just like 7 times goodbye. I think it continues without the physical presence of the session or without the online session that are happening. So I think that's an important part to see and to understand for people, that then the own inner work continues and with the healing process.
So what it felt like when I listened to you, it's a little bit like it has been an anchor, like for you to know there is like, it gave stability. It has been an anchor where you know, that's my place where I then take care of that part of the healing. It is known that Harmonium will give you the light. Harmonium Healing System will give you the light to actually become the observer and see things you haven't been aware of, which are not supporting your healing. And that's exactly what you nicely described by it will grow in you. It will not stop. It is something will just initiate a process of you becoming more aware and being more in a space where you can see what is good for you, what is what needs to let go of, what needs to be more invited. Beautiful, beautifully said. I'm really glad that you you can describe it so well, how it feels. Would you, would you recommend, if someone else thinks, oh, this Harmonium Healing System, that's something who calls me to my heart, can you recommend it to other persons?
Oh, certainly. I mean, I can certainly recommend it. And I think what I would recommend, I mean, everybody does all kind of things, and you can make it part of that. So this is not just like the only solution, and you leave something that you're already doing behind. It's something that you stack on top of what you're already doing, because at today's time, we can't just rely and concentrate on one single thing. We have to look at the bigger spectrum of all these different possibilities that we have to go through challenging times. And in permaculture, it's called stacking order. You have to look at all these different opportunities and that these different possibilities. So yes, I can definitely highly recommend it, to use it as a part of somebody's healing process.
Like you said, it's like an opportunity which calls to your heart when you know that this is like, oh yeah, I'm still, there's still some blind spot which I could cover in my recovery. And in this sense, thank you so much, Andreas, for sharing your very personal experience with the Harmonium Healing System. If you hear that testimonial and you are called to your heart, it's like a heart thing. Everything, yes, call us, let us know, write to us, and we are here for you. Get in contact with us, and we will find out what will support you in your process.